Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are live in the webinar content marketing that converts customers. And we've got a whole bunch of people checking in here. Hannah just gave me a note. She's from the Chamber of Commerce in Cooperstown. She's looking to see how to best serve the membership of the Chamber. Welcome, welcome. Noel is here from Tucson, Arizona. He runs a software company and provides specialized tools to people in mortgage and real estate, and he's looking to learn about gaining some clients. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of people rolling in, but you know what? I am a big fan of getting started on time. I love punctuality, and I want to give you, I want to make smoke come out of your ears with so much awesomeness. So if you guys are ready for some awesomeness, you know what? Put your phone on silent. Lock the door. do whatever you need to do to put yourself in a place where you can get ready to absorb some phenomenal stuff. Because I am an extremely results-oriented individual. And I am all about giving you super duper value today. This is me. My name is Mark Mikelat. You can laugh a lot, you can learn a lot with Mikelat. And that's my promise to you, that we're going to have fun today, but we're not just going to have fun, we're going to have fun while learning some really practical stuff. And a lot of times people in webinars, they'll give you this pie in the sky type of stuff, and you know, sometimes you need the overall strategy and you need the big picture, but I'm a what button do I push type of guy. You know, what do I do? Okay, this is great, Mark, but you know, at some point, golly, you know, there's so many hours in the day, my staff is this small, my budget is this, you know, I need results. What do I do? So that's what I'm going to show you. We're going to show you what to do. We're going to give you a little bit of a foundation of what content marketing is, but then we're going to finish with a live demo of a phenomenally powerful content creation, scheduling, and analysis tool. And I'm going to get in there and I'm going to mess around and I'm going to show you some real live practical stuff. My company is called Building Aspirations because that's what we do. We provide you the marketing and sales strategy for marketing online, but we do it with a coating of inspiration and motivation. If I just show you what to do, okay, that's some value, but if I inspire you, if I motivate you to do it at even a higher level with more creativity and innovation, wow, now you can really excel and you can bring value to your customers, your association, to your organization. So that's what I do. And you know what? I've been doing online marketing before the internet was even the internet. Back in the olden days when dinosaurs roamed the planet, I think 1995 was when I started doing this stuff. And some of my clients have been Microsoft and Hewlett Packard, and you know, so I'm going to give you the real deal with some good stuff. And I need to give kudos, I need to give a shout out, I need to give a thank you to Constant Contact, who is the promotional partner for bringing us together today. And Constant Contact is a provider of email marketing and social media marketing software and services for small business. Great product. That's just a little bit about me, but let me focus on you. These are just what I think some of your basic problems are. And you know what? I'm a huge problem solver. I want to give you that warm and fuzzy, building aspirations. I want to inspire you, but I'm going to inspire you to solve your problems. I want your problems to go away. And you know what? I think these are just some of them. And you know, while I'm explaining, if you guys want to add your 2 cents to the chat box, I would love for you to do that. And just say a little, you know, let me know what other problems might exist from your standpoint. And we are recording this, so you will get an audio recording of this this afternoon before close of business California time. Some of you are on the East Coast. It'll be in your inbox tomorrow morning, or if you want to do a late night, it'll be there tonight. So I want you to take notes. I want you to absorb this, but look for the follow-up message from Market Building Aspirations with the recording. Here are your problems. You don't know what to say. You have all this stuff to say. What's important and how do I say it? You don't have enough time. Yep, 24 hours in a day. And you know what? This is a fallacy. Gosh, if there were only just 25 hours in a day. But you know what would happen if there were 25 hours in a day? You would still not have enough time, right? It's just, right? So I'm going to teach you how to be better, how to be more diligent, more specific, more results oriented, so you can use your time most effectively. And I can show you in even just a couple minutes, I will, live on the call, how to do some really high quality content creation. You don't have design skills. And oh, hey, Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Yeah, I recognize the name there. Hey, thanks for being here, Debbie. And she's saying, thank you for the recording already. I love it. Getting thank yous before we're even done. We all appreciate appreciation. Love it. You don't have design skills. And you see all the stuff, and it looks so pretty, and the colors and the fonts, and it gets your attention, and it's like, right? Yeah, and you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm going to maybe take some jobs away from some graphic artists, because I'm going to show you some technology, some strategies where you can create high quality stuff without the need for hundreds of hours of education with all of this funky stuff. It's in there. Some of them are templatized, and you can leverage what's already there. And you don't fill in the blank, right? There's a lot more. You don't know how to do tons of other stuff. It's okay, right? I know you're anxious. Just take a deep breath. We're going to get there step by step. I'm going to take your problems away. And I'm going to take your problems away, and I'm going to replace it with these things. You want more. You want more customers. You want more clients. You want more sales. You want more exposure. You want more revenue. You want more. And Angela, Angela might be having an audio problem here. Let me just check everything on my side. I'm sorry, Angela. You might want to stop and restart. It's all my tools here say that I have really good sound quality and everything looks okay on my side. I might just refresh on your side. So we're going to get you more, and notice that the bottom one, the key more is the revenue. We want to get you more revenue because ultimately your businesses are focused on revenue. But I want you to realize that that is last. Okay, it's perhaps most important, but it doesn't come right away. There's an issue of trust building, there's rapport building, there's familiarity. You need to do some things in your content marketing, in your overall marketing strategy first before we can get to the revenue. And this rapport building, this trust building happens over time. And because it happens over time, it requires resources, right? So you need a system to do this effectively. I would love for you to talk to every single client, every single customer, every time personally, but I live in a world of reality. You can't do that. And even if you have a small customer and client base, okay, maybe from a management standpoint, but from a prospecting standpoint, and you need to talk to all of these people, golly, how can you do that, right? Well, content marketing is how you build rapport, how you build familiarity. And the key thing, a really dominant thing with all of my consulting is this one single word, results. Everything that I talk about, everything that I emphasize is going to be focused on results. Boom. Is this worth it? I'm not just going to tell you to do stuff. I'm going to say, here's the idea. Here's how you measure the value. And I've been doing this, you know, like I said, for almost 20 years. I have more than 20 years. Coach, Gap, Travelocity, Banana Republic, Harry and David, Hotwire, MasterCard, Victoria's Secret. Those were all accounts that I worked with. Now, we're going to get you to the results. We're going to get you to the revenue, but something comes before that. And here are some examples that come before that. clicks, downloads, visits to your office, reservations, appointments, calls. So ultimately revenue. But you know what? There aren't too many things that we buy immediately without understanding. Maybe gum or candy bars at the supermarket. That's why they're there at the cash register. That's an impulse buy. We don't need a lot of education. We're not really freaked out by the budget. Okay, it costs $1. If we don't like this flavor of gum, we don't buy it again. So there the process is really short, and maybe you can get directly to the revenue very quickly. But you don't have businesses like that. There's some measure of, I need to understand what it is, I need to understand the pricing, and there's a system depending on what your business model is. Do you want people to call you? Well, if you're selling $10 shirts, you probably don't want people to call you. You probably want people to go directly to the online store. Well, if you're selling homes, right, no one's going to buy a home by going click, 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 probably, right? They need to connect with you, create an appointment, you learn what their budget is, and move on from there. In the example a little bit later, I'm going to be walking you through a bridal expo. We had a volunteer from Bridal Premier, and we're going to walk through some examples with them because they volunteered to be a little bit of a guinea pig so that I can show you some content marketing creation live specifically for a specific real business. And the ultimate thing is to get people to the show. In this example, you're going to drive traffic to the show. So some people, it's immediate download calls. Every business model is a little bit different, but we're going to get there with good content marketing strategy. It really starts with your email list. And remember, Constant Contact is our sponsor today. Everything that you're doing, every time you have a touch with a customer or a client, you must get that contact information. And email marketing is mature, and yeah, it's not sexy, but it works phenomenally, extraordinarily, exceptionally well. And every piece of statistical analysis documents year after year after year for the last 2 decades that is a phenomenally a cost-effective way to market your business. So you must always collect contacts and build your list. It's very cost-effective. It's proven to work. Actually, Fortune magazine did a statistical analysis a number of years ago, and the results of it said that $1 invested returns an average of $43. That's astronomical return. So, and not my opinion, verified and vetted by Fortune magazine. It's easy to use. It integrates with social. A lot of things don't work too great with social. Social media. And social media is wonderful, but we're going to use it as a tool. We're going to use it strategically. We're not going to bet the bank on it because guess what? If I teach you Facebook ads absolutely perfectly, up, down, backwards, and forwards, wait 10 minutes, and then Facebook is going to change it. Happens all the time. I've been promoting Twitter for a number of years, and I actually have 13,000 followers on Twitter. And guess what? Twitter is changing their paradigm. For, I think, 20 years, there were 140 characters. That's the limit of a message. Now they're going to change it to, they think, 280. They haven't officially announced it. But my point is that all of this stuff changes. Facebook can kind of do what they want. They're Facebook. But a common thread throughout this is email marketing. You're going to always build your database. And it's a phenomenal brand builder. Somebody came on with a client, as a client just a short time ago, and he was laughing. He was literally laughing on the phone. He said, you know what, Mark, you keep preaching email marketing, and I got your message 2 days ago, and here I am. I'm on the phone with you. It works. And he literally started laughing because you had the evidence, not even metaphorically, literally right in front of him, that it works. So if you're not doing email marketing right now, you need to get started. And let me invite you. Let me put a link in the chat box right here. And you can actually check out a trial with Constant Contact. There are hosts for today, and I'm adding it to the chat box right now. You can click on this link right now, or write it down. It's on the screen, and you can go to there a little bit later. And I'll also add this to the follow-up email. And you need to get started if you haven't gotten started. Now here's an example of a great content marketing message. This is not a blog, this is not a website, this is an email marketing message. Okay, this is beginning to end. This is kind of it. It doesn't need to be overwhelming. There's so many that I see that try so hard to squeeze in War and Peace, and it just doesn't work. We are a country of fleas. We do not pay attention. We have exceptionally short attention spans. If you've ever watched those Disney movies, Finding Dory, the goldfish has a memory of a goldfish, and they always forget stuff. And it's so much representative of the target market. We are not paying attention. So all of your marketing, all of your content marketing needs to be very short, sweet, and concise. So here's an example of 3 basic constructs that you need to have: a picture, a paragraph, a call to action. It could be that simple. Okay, the picture, boom, keeps you what is called top of mind. So if someone sees this in their inbox and doesn't read it, boom, you still create 1-second marketing in their brain. They remember you. Building aspirations, building aspirations, building aspirations. Typically, that would be your logo, maybe your tagline. Okay, if you really have just a couple seconds of their attention, what do you want them to remember? And you might argue, oh, I want them to remember my product. Well, okay, if I can remember your product in 1 second, okay. But if you try to squeeze in too much, I'm not going to get it, okay? Everybody always tries to squeeze in more. You need to put in less. And then the paragraph, okay, a little bit of text, must be skim friendly, which means that you have to assume I'm not going to read it. And everybody always gives us these instruction manuals that we never read. Welcome to reality in the United States. You know it. I'm guilty of it too, right? The instructions are right in front of you, but we don't pay attention. Same thing in your market, right? Now, a call to action, that connects you to that revenue. Okay, remember? So in this case, the call to action is click here to view. Maybe it's call us today. Maybe it's click to watch this video. Whatever makes sense for your business. Now, your call to action, whatever needs to happen, needs to be very obvious. Remember, I'm a very practical person, and I want to take your problems away. So don't put it in the text. Don't make it hard to find. Don't make it difficult for me to find. It needs to be easy, especially if I'm viewing this on a smartphone, okay? I may be waiting for the subway, I'm waiting for my Uber, I've got 30 seconds. You have my attention for seriously, just a few seconds. Oh, click here to view, right? If I have to figure out something, well, the time I spent figuring out something, that's your marketing opportunity. It just went away. So short and sweet. And you know what? A really good thing about this, when I tell you to make it short and sweet, I'm making it easier for you, right? Oh, you must be complicated. You must use 9 pictures. No, it's like no, quick, easy. And I have one guy he emails me every week. Oh my God, Mark, your marketing is so awesome, but you say very little. Well, it is a skill to say very little and still provide exceptional value. You can do that. Less is more. This is how you do the less is more. I'm giving you 4 specific ideas right here. Tips. People love tips. Okay, I'm going to be showing you examples from the bridal industry. Okay, 3 things every bride must do. 5 things grooms don't know about weddings. 3 things you must know about the wedding toast. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, these could be just like a couple sentences, right? Very easy, high value to someone who's not familiar with this. That's really the key. As long as it's high value to your market, the people reading your content marketing. Pictures are a great way to convey a message. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And pictures are even metaphoric, because now you can have a picture that's a GIF. Now you can have a picture that's a video. You can have a graphic. And I'm going to walk you through examples here. Teasers. Don't give them the dinner, give them the appetizer. Don't show them the movie, show them the trailer to the movie. You're gonna just give enough so that their interest is piqued, and then they need to take the next step for more. Because one, they're not paying attention, they're not gonna absorb everything, and that's not how it works. We don't hit a home run our first time at bat. You're just doing this iteratively, step by step. And in everything, be concise. When you think you have a fair amount of information, trim it down and trim it down again and trim it down again. And if you know anything about copywriting, you know that expert copywriters do this exceptionally well. They will go through sentences and try to remove single words and even single syllables. They will take out super duper everything that's extraneous and leave the most high quality stuff. Be concise. Now let me show you an extremely practical way to put this into action. If you aren't doing blogging, I encourage you to start doing blogging. Blogging is a part of your website that changes, and that's really key because Google drives searchability in the United States. It's by far the #1 search engine, in Canada as well. And a blog, because it's updated on a regular basis, drives traffic to your website. If Google sees that you haven't updated your website in a very long time, then they disrespect you a little bit. They kind of knock you down. But if they see fresh content all the time, it's good. And you know what? Your products might not change every week. You know, your address doesn't change. Your bio doesn't change every week. So not everything about your website can change all the time. That's why we have blogs. So what you're going to do is you're going to put out something of high value to your target market. Now, what you're talking about is not nearly as important as that general idea, as long as it's of high value to them. Remember, them, not you. You are an expert. They might just need very basic information. So here's an example how to get everybody talking about you, word of mouth marketing for social media marketing. So this is directly from my website at buildingaspirations.com, buildingaspirations.com/blog. You can go there directly. You want to have great titles. That's your teaser. That's your appetizer to get people excited. If the title is boring, everything else is boring, just by default. Because the title, that gets people's attention. So if you ever see the magazine at the newsstand, they know that you are looking at that magazine while you're in line, and they have just a few seconds to get your attention to buy the magazine. So they may spend a phenomenal amount of time on the title, whatever that is, to get your attention. That's a key marketing tool. So the subject line of your newsletter, the title for your blog, all of these are phenomenal marketing tools. Just don't do this whimsically. You might spend more time on your title than you actually do writing the blog post. Now, I encourage you to have 700 to 800 words, and this is what I do. I provide real specific answers to my clients. Google wants you to have 2,000. But if I say 2,000, you're not going to do it, right? So what I found through historical experience, this is the minimum amount, 700 to 800. The maximum reward for the minimum amount of effort. You see, if you have a good writer, if you have some blog people you respect, then do 2,000. You're going to be SEO optimized. Whenever you're communicating online, you need to speak 2 languages. You need to speak human and you need to speak Google. That's what I mean by search engine optimized. Okay, if you are the Rose Cafe, you say Rose Cafe. Because a human being may see Rose Restaurant and know that it's the same, but Google is going to see Rose Cafe and Rose Restaurant as 2 separate things. So you need to know what are the keywords, what are your target market looking for, and then use them appropriately in the blog post. That's called keyword seeding, and there are various tools and methodologies that make sure you do that right way. If this is too advanced for you, then hire a blogger, right? If I don't want you to fix your own plumbing, I want you to hire a plumber. Find the person who has the expertise. And stay in your lane. It's what you know. And sometimes you can repeat basic stuff over and over again, and that's totally fine. Now, what's awesome about this is you get marketing traction for this. Let me show you right here. This is the tool that's at the top of your blog post. This is what is called a social media share bar. And I want you to share social media. I want you to create it so that it is shared. And you know, the only way something is going to be shared is if it's not boring. And the social media share bars are free tools that you can use all over social media. Facebook has it naturally in their interface. It's literally called share, right? So in this example that I'm showing you, you see where it says F for Facebook and then there's the number 30. That means 30 people clicked on this button and shared it to their Facebook page. So 300 people times 30, that's a big number. 9,000 additional impressions. I didn't do anything. I didn't pay for people to do it. They just did it naturally. And then look at LinkedIn. 81. Holy cow, right? That's people sharing your content. That's what you want to have happen. And that's why content marketing is so incredibly valuable. That you send it to some people, but they send it to other people. That's how viral happens. And you can go mini viral all the time. This is an example of going mini viral, right? Thousands of additional impressions. Now remember, email marketing is a critical, fundamental thing to all of this. So at the bottom of your blog post, you're going to have something like this. You're going to have your lead bonus. You're going to have your opt-in bonus. Okay, so when people join my newsletter, I give them the email marketing video success series as a welcome bonus. So what is your welcome bonus? Is it a white paper? Is it a download? Is it a video? You know, that's my payment, quote unquote, for subscribing to your newsletter. And I want you to hit them right in the middle of the face. I want you to provide them super high value right away. Okay, whatever super high value is determined by them, not by you. Could it be a discount? Could it be a coupon? It could be if they truly see it as value, but if you give expert information, I think that's an even higher value. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition to a really powerful tool because you're like, okay, this is great, Mark, but like, how do I do it? You know, so I am going to show you a tool called Promo Republic, and Promo Republic is a powerful content creation tool. So give me, whoops, just a second to leave this right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Bridal Premiere right here, this website. We're going to use them as an example. Okay, and you know what? This is a live company, and I'm going to take this information right here. I'm just going to put it in the, copy it right now. So I'm going to go to Promo Republic right here. Now this is Promo Republic. I'm logged in already. This is my account. This is a paid service, but very cost effective. I'll give you the details there in a second. And you set up your accounts here on the side. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, think of Hootsuite, Canva, and HubSpot squeezed all into one. That's the functionality that you get in this tool called Promo Republic. And then you set up your accounts right here. Let me just take you to Building Aspirations is the name of my Facebook page. And then you have the opportunity to use content that's already created for you. So I don't know if you know, but it's actually National Drink Beer Day. You know, so they give you content right here. So I can click edit, and then it will take me to an interface, and this content is already created right there. Okay, so let's say I'm not even going to edit this at all. Okay, and I'm just going to say use. And now I'm going back right here, so I can literally publish this right now to my Facebook page, and I can add a message right here, you know, and then add your links, whatever. The key is that it's actually right there in the interface, and you can publish it right now. You can add it to the queue. You can actually schedule it. And I'll take you through some more examples. I want to show you the interface. and I'm just gonna leave. So a lot of this stuff out here is created for you, and then what will happen is the Promo Republic will learn who you are, learn a bit about your business, and will actually give you recommendations. See, there's today's topics. Okay, that means what's going on in the news, and then actually recommended for you. So it knows what I do for some of my clients, so it gives me some recommendations. Okay, car repair, travel tips, fashion rules, all these types of things. They're already here. Okay, these templates are here. And let's say there's motivational quotes, boom, all this stuff is right here. So remember your first problem? I don't know what to say. It's right in front of you. Okay, and then let's say we want something very, very specific. Let's say we want something for brides. Okay, so I type that in there, and then what it does is it gives me templates, and then you know what? It even gives me photos. So there's stock photos in here. This is all included with the software, and you have full what are called commercial rights. Because some of you might not appreciate, you can't just go online and do a Google search and use somebody's photo, because that may be actual intellectual property theft, right? So you want to use the ones that you're allowed to use. And then I just select this right here, and it takes me to an interface where I can edit this. Now, you don't remember the graphic art skills, you don't need the graphic art skills. Well, never bad to have skills, okay? But my point is that the tool helps you with elements. Now, there are different sizes and different shapes, and that can be a little bit hokey, because it's like you got to remember, okay, what's the pixels and what? Okay, so this is optimized right now. This shape is optimized for a Facebook post. Okay, maybe I want to do something for Instagram. So see, it changes the size just a little bit. Maybe I want to do something for LinkedIn, and then it changes the size once again. Okay, and then what I can do is I can manipulate this. See, I can just kind of move it around as I want. And now I'm not coding anything. I'm just using the mouse. Okay, I don't need any real heavy functionality right here. Okay, so let's say I'm doing a Facebook post. Okay, and I want to. You can add stuff to this. So I'm going to add the logo from Bridal Premiere right here. And I'm going to put it right here. And now I'm going to add a little bit of text. I just click the text button, and I can add the text right here. Brides must know about this show. Okay. And I'm going to change the color right here. I'm going to make it white. And let's see, I'm just clicking right in front of you. This is all live. And I'm just picking the fonts that more of a wedding-ish looking font. And this is just kind of the process. If you have some favorite fonts, you just keep using them. Otherwise, you look through the examples. Okay, let me try that one. All right, it's not bad right here. Oops. And then I move this over here. Move that down a little bit. Okay, and you can size all of this, and then if you really want to get fancy, you can change contrast and brightness and what have you. And now I'm going to add more text here. And remember, I copied the text from the website, so I'm just going to go Control V, and it goes there. This is the specific stuff here. Whoops. Now I'm just going to move this up right here. And again, this is all just with the mouse, nothing too fancy here. Change the font so that it fits. Okay, 42. And make it a little bit wider. I don't want to cover up her face, but I might cover up the dress just a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to make it, now I can't make it white because it's on top of the red dress. Maybe pinkish. Okay, so you can go here and have access to the full scheme of colors you want here. Okay, orange is actually a little bit contrasted right there. And I think it's still a little bit big, so let me modify it. And I'm going to change it, make it a little bit smaller. And again, I'm going to experiment with the script here, try different types of, oh, this is kind of a calligraphy-like script, so that can make this a little bit bigger. And okay, now this is the process here, okay? So you're going to experiment a little bit and just see what works. Okay, so let me try yellow a little bit brighter. Okay, that looks not bad across your skin, but then it doesn't really look so great across the dress. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Okay, I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to kind of put it here to the side. And okay, there you go. Okay, now, I mean, and this is less than perfect, okay, but this is a live demo, and I didn't plan it out, you know, I didn't know exactly. So this is the process, okay? So now, let's say we want to actually use this. We're happy with this right here. Now, you can literally download this and save this as a created file, and maybe use it in a brochure or a poster or something like that, or you can literally use it. Okay, so let's say use. And boom, there you go. So I'm going to take the URL here as well, and I'm going to go back to the tool, and I'm going to say, do you have a future bride in your life? In Los Angeles, I'm going to say in Los Angeles. They must attend this show. And I'm going to add the actual link right there. Okay. Now I can actually publish it now, or I can schedule it, add it to the queue. So I'm actually going to schedule this. Because I'm going to show you the scheduling function. So I'm going to click schedule. And today is the 28th. We're recording this on the 28th. Let me schedule this for tomorrow at, let's say, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. schedule. And there you go. So this is scheduled to launch on my Facebook, and I'm going to show it to you in the calendar. And there you go. So I am looking at the Building Aspirations Facebook page right here. I'm looking at the calendar, and then this is scheduled to go at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then if you want to change it, you just click on this, and then you can change the date right here, or decide, oh, you know what, I thought that font looked a little bit better, but it is a little bit washed out. So you can continue to edit it if you want, or you can just, you know, cancel it and start over. Boom, there you go. Now also, when I posted this, you're looking at the calendar right now. This is your content creation calendar. And if you're unfamiliar with this concept, just think of planning. Okay, just like you plan your life, you know, when you pick up the kids, when you go shopping, when you meet with the clients, you need to plan your social media. Especially, for example, for the bridal premiere, the show is actually in or on January 7th of next year. Okay, we're recording this the end of September. Okay, so this is an example of like, okay, if you start promoting it now, you need to understand what do all of the promotions look like. Maybe a promotion right now is just, hey, save the date, whereas the promotion 1 week before is, hey, don't forget, right? You're going to have different messages for the different ideas. But point out that this is a great example of how it's used. Okay, notice that right here, we're recording this on the 28th of September, Thursday, and I didn't post anything in my business page, on my Building Aspirations business page, right? I should have reminded people. So again, this is an example to keep you honest. Okay, are you putting the messages out there in the right way, the right timing? And some of you sometimes ask me, but how do I know when? You know what? You don't even need to worry about that because it figures it out for you. Let me show you. I'm clicking on this little wheel right here. There's what's called Memento Technology, and it figures out the best time to post this stuff. So I'm clicking on the view calculated time right here, and don't get worried about the military time. So 17 is 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So it knows my Facebook history and it can analyze when I'm more likely to get the most engagement. So if I were to actually just put this in the queue instead of scheduled it, it would have figured out, the software would have optimized the scheduling. Notice right here, okay, I get action Mondays at noon, Tuesdays at noon, but Wednesday it's 9 a.m. Okay, intuitively, I wouldn't have figured that out. I would have to analyze that. I don't know that. But you know what? The software saves you time and energy. It tells you that just specifically. Boom, right there. Okay, so now let me show you another example. Let me create another post right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to template. And there's all of these awesome things in here that you can use. So there are things that are already created. All of these right here, I'm scrolling through, they're just right here at your fingertips. And you know what? If you want to use something like that, I just click on it and I load it. And you know what? Maybe you don't like this right here. What you can do is just change this. Ready for your wedding? And I'm going to boom, and then right there. Okay, let me change the color, make it red just so you can see it. Bam, there you go. Okay, so now I just created customized Instagram post content right in front of you. Bam. And then I can put this in the queue right here, right now. Okay, so let me go through, let me cancel this one and give you one more example. I'm going to use a template here, and I'm going to choose background. And let's say, you know, we did something for the brides. Let's do something for the guys. Tuxedo. Okay, all the stuff is right here at your fingertips. I typed in one word, you search for one word, you have access to all of this stuff. So let me, oh, I like this one. That kind of gives me a James Bond like impression right here. So I'm gonna design this for a Facebook post. Again, I'm just kind of using the mouse right here to shape it, nothing too fancy. And I don't know how precisely you can see on screen, but there's a template here. It shows you, it gives you the guidelines. Okay, so I'm just right there. And I'm going to put text right next to it. The best tux for the best man. Okay, whatever marketing mantra you want on there. And then just kind of put it right there. And then, okay, now you have to decide what you want with it. And you know, there are objects. So let's say a shape. Now, I don't know if there's a heart shape. Oh, there's a heart shape in here. Okay. And then, you know what, maybe you might even put your phone number inside the heart or something like that because it's the only red thing on here. You see, lots of different options here. And then let's even make it a little bit more customized. And notice all this stuff is in here. See, like if you want to add hello, okay, this doesn't really make sense for your wedding, but it's an example. Okay, let me add a frame to this. I'm going to click right here on the frames, and let me see if I can pick a wedding-like frame, something that's wedding-like and somewhat masculine. Okay, okay, and okay, there you go. This is not too bad. Let me change the color though. Let me make that black. Okay, and And okay, there you go. So, okay, this is an incomplete marketing message because I don't give you the phone number, what have you. But let's say the graphic right here is done, and I'm just going to say use, and it's preparing your content. Now, if you want to cross-post this, I could just do this. I could just go boom, 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 boom. So now, if put message here, okay, your marketing message, your call to action, your phone number, your link, what have you, and if I publish it now, it goes everywhere, like in this circumstance, the 6 different channels, or I can schedule it, okay, specifically pick my time, or I can add it to the queue. That's the artificial intelligence, and it determines when to schedule it. And then just so you know and understand that there's an app, because by how it works is Instagram is instant, so you can't post it to Instagram. You really put it in the Promo Republic app, and then the app has a little bit of a manual requirement, post now. That's not Promo Republic, that's just Instagram and how they do their functionality. So once again, this is Promo Republic, a phenomenally great tool for you to do your content creation and your marketing. And you know what? There's just so much I couldn't even show you. Just the functionality keeps going on and on here. And what I just am posting right now is I'm going to put a URL in there in the chat box, and it's also on the screen right there. And it costs about $1 a day. Okay, I think specifically, well, actually, we'll see on the next screen. I think it's $29 a month. Okay, so you go to the URL that's on the screen, or that I just posted in the content box right now. Just click on there, and it'll take you to a landing page. My landing page. I'm what's called an ambassador for Promo Republic. They're a new company. They're a startup, and you need to get on this now. And if you were on the webinar a month ago, I told you to buy this now, because they're going to increase their pricing, because it's a great product, but they're way underpriced. I think personally, and I've been doing this a long time, it should be $50 a month. That's the value that you get. So you're getting extreme value. Just go to the URL that I posted in the chat box, click on that Join Now button, and then it takes you to the purchase plan. And we had a question from Angela. How does this differ from Canva? It has a lot more functionality. It has more customization. It has the stock photos in there. It has the scheduling. It has analysis tools. Just Canva is just one of the part of the functionality. And Canva has some great functionality, but there's a lot of paid stock photo. All the stock photos that you see, those are all available to you at your fingertips. Canva sometimes will require you to pay $1 here, $2 there. Everything I showed you, all of that is inclusive in the price for $29. Can you upload your own pics? Yeah, absolutely. Great question from Susan. And the Bridal Premiere logo that I showed you was one thing that I uploaded. Absolutely. You can, and I don't think there's a limit. I've loaded up hundreds. And then you have a lot of functionality in that you can take something that you created 6 months ago, add a new promotion to it, put it in a frame, lots of different things. So yes, absolutely, gives you a lot of functionality. So great questions, and I know you have more questions, and that's okay, because the way I give you value, the way I help you with your problems, is to help you answer your questions. And if you'd like to connect with me to answer more of your personalized questions, I would love to do that. And this is what I do. This is what I do for a living, and I've done this for 2 decades. And you know what? You don't need to trust me. You can go to the buildingaspirations.com website. You can Google Mark Mikelat. I've got 3 books on Amazon.com. I've got 800 videos on YouTube, 3 years worth of blog posts. I've been around for a while. And I really want you to get success from this. And if I'm not a match for you, so be it. And I'm very transparent with my clients. Sometimes they have very specific business needs, and I'm really not the best match. So I really want to help you. So the way I help is I customize all of these specifically to you. And I offer a no-cost, one-time, first-time client consultation via the phone. You just go to buildingaspirations.com/appointment. I just shared the link in the chat box. You go there, you schedule an appointment with me, we're on the phone. I talk about you, your business, and your needs. All of this stuff is great, and I'll tell you right now, it's irrelevant unless it gets you results in your business. Remember, that's how I started this thing, right? We need to get you results in your business. Now, I can help you in coaching. In coaching, I kind of tell you what to do. In training, it's very specific. I show you what to do. We kind of had a little, basic training right now. Management, you outsource it all to my team, and we kind of do 95% of the work. You just kind of lead us, and then we go from there. But I've been around for a while, and I'm telling you, I do not want you to believe me. Do not take this at face value. Take it with a grain of salt, and do your own research. Because if you do your own research and you see that this stuff is credible, that I'm the real deal, then it's easier for you to connect with me, and then we can both help each other more easily. So, in conclusion, hey, you know what? Thanks for being here. I know your time is precious, and you chose to spend a little bit of time with me. I so appreciate the participation from all over the country. Thank you for your great questions. Thanks for being here. Look for the newsletter. We're going to process the file, and we'll send it immediately, probably in the next 2 or 3 hours. You'll get the thank you from buildingaspirations.com with all of the repeat stuff. So thank you, and I'm getting a lot of thank yous rolling in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And this has been Mark Mikelat from Building Aspirations, and I will see you on the next webinar. Thanks for being here. Thanks for Constant Contact for promoting. Bye-bye, and have a great day.